Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, for my design team project for Scrapping for Less, I'm going to make this adorable card. Coffee mugs. You can't go wrong with coffee mugs. Every month, Scrapping for Less features a company. This month's feature company is Concord 9th, so I get to use this Cozy Up stamp set. It's so pretty and adorable, and it's not just for fall, which I like. It has a lot of fun images and a lot of versatile sentiments that you can mix and match to kind of customize your sentiments, which I really like. So I did get the coordinating dies, and so we're just going to jump in right now and get started. First off, I'm taking a piece of white cardstock and using my stitch rectangle die, I'm going to cut out a panel. This panel will be slightly smaller than a standard size card, and so we're just going to set that aside, and then we're going to do some stamping. Now, in this set are two coffee mugs, which are cute because they both face each other. So I'm going to stamp two of each of those. I am going to color them in with my alcohol, with my alcohol markers, and I'll play some music while I color them in, and then just so I don't bore you with my coloring. Also in the stamp set is the little steam swirl. I wanted a light contrast, not too bad, so I'm using some Barely Beige ink from Simon Says Stamp. Now I'm going to color these in, and I'll catch you back in just a minute. Okay, my images are colored in. Now I'm ready to die cut them out. Now, after I die cut these out, in the stamp set there's these little words that you can put on the coffee mugs. You got tea, cocoa, cider, and coffee, and so I stamped coffee on each one of those. Now I'm going to cut little holes in the very top part because I'm going to stack them on top of each other, and I want them to kind of be inside each other. So I'm using my craft knife, and I'm going to cut the top parts where you can see basically the coffee part. I'm going to cut little holes in there. Okay, put that aside. Now we're going to stamp our big image. Now in the stamp set is this beautiful heart. Now the inside of the heart is so pretty because I don't know how if there's a technical word for it, but if you cut a log, you know, the swirls on the inside of the log, that's what's on the inside of the heart with different shapes and sizes. It's just beautiful, and I love it. Really rustic looking. So I'm going in with my Distress Oxide ink. This is Vintage Photo, and I'm going to stamp that using my Mini Misty here on a piece of watercolor paper. Now I ended up stamping it twice, and then I'm going to wipe it off really good, and then I did want a darker brown outline of each of those little wood pieces on the inside of the heart. So I'm going in with my Memento Rich Cocoa ink, and I don't know if this made a difference or not, but I did it anyway. But the outcome was beautiful. I love this heart. I'll be using this a lot. I do in my stash. I have a wood grain stamp that I use quite often, and I just love it. And this stamp is probably going to be my second favorite. I just love that earthiness to it. I'm going to go in with my water pen And I'm just going to color in each of those little wood pieces. And then here I got it all finished, and I just love the way that looked. It was still a little wet and I wanted to die cut it, so I'm just kind of shaking it a little bit. I'm going to cut that out using my big shot here. And this is just gorgeous. Okay, we have that done. Now I'm going to stamp my sentiment on top of this little heart here. In the stamp set are so many sentiments, which I really like. I'm going to choose the sentiment. I want it to stay the best. Well, let me tell you about this first. The best thing about the stamp set is you can create your own sentiment basically, and I love that. So I chose the sentiment that says, let's just stay up, and then on the bottom part I'm going to put and craft all night. I think it's a great sentiment to give to a friend or put on a card to give to a friend, but and then the fonts on this are just gorgeous. So I stamped the stay. I used VersaFine ink to stamp the sentiment. I kind of made a mess with it. And then I stamped the up, and then on top of that I stamped let's just. Using some black cardstock, I'm going to stamp the rest of my sentiment that will say all night and craft. I'm using some Versamark ink and some white embossing powder. I went ahead and heat set that, and then I cut it out using one of my dies there. It's a fishtail end die. Okay, so now we have all of our elements for our card. Now we're going to build up our card here. I'm taking a piece of white cardstock, and I cut it down and scored it to make it into a A2 size card. I added some foam tape to that panel that we first cut out, and I'll place that right in the center on top of my card base here. And then I'm going to go in and pop up my little wood heart here using some foam tape as well. Just going to remove the backing off of there and pop it right in the center. Lovely. Now I'm going to take the remaining part of my sentiment, and then I'm going to pop that up as well. I'm going to double up on one end, that way it's even across there. Just using foam tape for that as well. And then here's where I go in with my coffee mug, and I'm going to stack them. I'm adding foam tape, and then a little bit of my tape runner, and I'm going to just stack them one by one on top of each other, kind of alternating which way the handles go. And I think that looks so cute. I mean, I love the bright colors with the earthiness. I think it's fun. I'm going to just take my quickie glue pen, and I'm going to add some glue to the back of my little steam swirl. Place it right there on the top. And then for finishing touches, I just grabbed some enamel dots from my stash that are the same colors as the coffee cup. And that's it. A little Wink of Stella to give it a little shimmer. And that's my design team project for today. I hope this gives you some ideas, and this is a great stamp set, guys. Scrapping for Less is having a blog hop. If you want to go check that out, there's a lot of fun ideas using Concord 9th stamp sets and products. I thank you so much for joining me. If you're new and like this tutorial, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you again really soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.